Hello everyone, I'm Raakhi Rupani, Communications Coordinator for BNI here in the UAE. And today, the member whom I have on our DNA spotlight is Lalit. Lalit has not only been an ambassador for BNI, he's also supported a chapter in the past. And now he's going to be launching not one, but two chapters. So let's get chatting with him and hear more about his journey here in BNI. How are you today, Lalit? How's it going?
All good, Rakhi. Thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you so much for being here with us. And I would also want you to get started with the questions. But before we get started with the questions, let's start to know you much better. Tell us about who you are, what company you represent, and a brief story about what got you to BNI.
So I represent events category in BNI, and I have a company under the name of Limitless Ideas, and we are a one-stop solution for all event needs. It has been a great journey in BNI. I've completed 4 years in BNI in March 2021. And it was a funny instant that how I joined BNI. I was doing an event with Mr. Amit Vardhan from Prism Advertising, and he forced me. I would just quote the word force. Yes, he forced me into BNI, and he said 6:30 in the morning you have to come to World Trade Center. Otherwise, we are not doing this event together. So I was forced. I was forced into the first meeting, and I was bowled out on the first meeting itself. I filled in the form, and I was interviewed, and there was no looking back there. And it has been a fantastic journey, and people say BNI is in my blood now.
That's amazing, amazing, Lalit. And like I previously said, you have been a support ambassador earlier, then you were a director consultant as well. And now you're now embarking on launching chapters. So share with us what the journey has been like so far.
So as I said, the journey has been fantastic, right from the member to the membership committee to the president of a chapter, and then Vijay approached me for being an director directly. But I said I want to taste all the steps of BNI hierarchy. So I said I would love to become an ambassador first. But then things turned around in such a way that I was just an ambassador for a month, and then I was the support director. Yes, and then Mr. I still remember in my training of my ambassador, Mr. Murli Srivanasan, he and Vijay had pushed me to become the launch director because I had inducted around 12 plus members in the PNI family. But then I said I'll take it each step at a time, and yes, today we are ready to launch two chapters. So we are on the way to. I'm on my way to become the launch director now.
That's amazing. So, two chapters you said. You're going to be launching two
Mhm.
chapters. Tell us more about
Yes,
what you
so
were telling us earlier.
yeah. So need of the hour, people are preferring online chapters also. So we are going to be launching one of the first Central Dubai online chapters. And then we are also focusing on another chapter, which would be an in-person chapter. And that was going to be in New Dubai area. So these are the two chapters we are focusing on.
That's great, Lalit. Thank you for sharing that with us. Any key learnings in the roles that you've had so far, like experiencing being a launch director, any of the roles that have taught you something that you would like to share with the audience out here?
But there's not any, there are many, as BNI says, it is a lifelong learning. And so, right from the days of being just a member to being a part of a leadership team and then ambassador, every day has been different. New challenges were there. But apart from the best part I have learned is I could induct my BNI policies into my businesses also. And that has helped me grow as a networker also and as a business person also. But the strongest and the main takeaway from my BNI journey is to build relationships. And I have made so many great relationships, and I have done so many big events just on a phone call, and my things were sorted. So that's the power of BNI. That's my key takeaway from BNI, and I would recommend every entrepreneur. that it's not a need, but it is a must for every entrepreneur. BNI as a platform is so fantastic. It keeps you growing as a networker also and as a business person also.
Very nicely put, Lalit. I really like it. Tell us about your vision that you've set forward for the chapters. You said one online, one offline. What is the vision that you have in mind? Any goals that you've set forward for both the chapters?
So yes, we are working on the vision and the goals of the chapter. But as I spoke earlier, that need of the hour, many people are preferring, got used to the online system of BNI, the
Mhm.
online networking forum of BNI. So and there are on the same hand people who have witnessed BNI in person before. The bonding, the relationship is at a different level. So both the two sides of the coin, and then we said why one side, will take both the sides. So we have decided people who are interested in person can join the in-person chapter, and people who are interested in an online chapter will have an opportunity to go online throughout. So my vision is that we launch a Hall of Fame chapter for both, and we'll take it at a time, and we are focusing on the core group. The drivers would be mainly the entrepreneurs, the business owners, or high decision makers. So that's our prime thing, that we make a group of decision makers and people with high net worths.
That's great.
That's the plan
That's
for
great,
it.
Lalit. Yeah, amazingly put. What tips do you have for any members who are considering taking on a role with the DNA team, like maybe ambassador, support consultant, director consultant, or like yourself launching chapters? Any tips you would like to share?
So, of course, I would say people usually feel that BNI takes away a lot of your time once you're into a bigger role. I agree, but it is a part of your business. It helps you grow your network. Earlier, my chapter only knew me. Now, other chapter DCs, other chapter director consultants, other ambassadors also know, because we meet on regular basis on DNA forums. So the exposure and your network multiplies. It's not just growing substantially, but it multiplies to that extent that you become a great networker, and yeah, of course, your business also reflects. So it becomes a core part of business. I would strongly recommend everyone to grow their journey, to grow their profile in BNI, so that their network increases and they become an. It is a social responsibility also. There is amount of business you get, you would love to give. So now all the BNI members who are there, they would believe, they would agree with me that we don't focus on getting business, we focus on giving business. And that's the beauty of it, that if everyone focuses on giving business, then we don't need to focus on getting business. There are others who are focusing getting business for us. So I would strongly recommend everyone, every member in BNI, to grow up, climb up the ladder, and take up the roles. Higher responsibilities means higher opportunities, greater opportunities for your business to grow and you to become as a networker also.
Amazingly put. You answered my last question as well, how the role benefited you, but that is very nicely put, Lalit. With that
Thank you,
in
Raakhi.
mind, thank you so much for being here with us, for inspiring us with all your great words. And we wish you all the very best in launching both your chapters and taking it forward to the new horizon. All the very
Thank
best.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Raakhi. It was a pleasure.